Hello friends, and welcome back to Sondra Gets Scrappy. It is now 2024. Happy New Year. I am Sondra. I am a knitter, crocheter, sewer, sewist, garment maker, weaver, and I am coming to you to share my makes and build community, and this is all very exciting. I only got two episodes in last year. I started late summer, and life was just not on my side as far as posting. My kids were sick a lot, which meant they were home from school a lot, and I just wasn't able to post as much as I'd like. But moving forward, I'm going to try to get into a regular schedule, so we'll see how it all shakes out. I would love to do monthly updates like this, podcasts, and maybe have some other videos thrown in the mix. If there's anything you would like to see from me, I was thinking about doing a 2023 what did I make video. If that sounds interesting, let me know in the comments below. Or if there's anything else you'd like to see, I would love to make that video for you, so let me know. Today we're going to talk about finished objects, we're going to talk about whips, and then we're just going to chat. So let's get to it. My first finished object since the last time I recorded was a gift for my nephew. It is the Essential Beanie by Andrea Gaughan. It's a great 2x2 ribbed hat pattern. I did test knit this for her, and I just really like this pattern. I've made 3 now. I made the one I test knit. I made a purple, really cute fuzzy one for myself. I think that was on the last podcast. And now I've made this. This is in some really beautiful Madeline Tosh vintage. The colorway is Human Kindness. I scored this for a song on a D-Stash Discord group that I follow. So secondhand yarn, win. I need to block this. I did not get my Christmas gifts to my nieces and nephew yet because I did not finish my niece's Christmas gifts yet. We'll talk more about that later. I'm a little upset with myself, but can I put this on? Yeah, I can. It's cute, right? Cute. I think he's gonna love it. My nieces and nephew are awesome. They like appreciate any gift. Like I could just give them like a cardboard box and they would think it's the coolest thing ever. So I'm really excited to give them some hand knits. My next finished object is Sketchy. This was a test knit for Shana Cohen of shanalinesdesigns. How fun is this? I saw the test knit call and I couldn't not. I have 3-year-olds. They need a knit pencil and they love it. So I'm glad I made this. I made it in Knit Picks Brava for the pink, the yellow, and the like beigey cream. And I had scrap yarn for the gray and the charcoal. And you know, this took like nothing, so I'm glad I didn't have to buy yarn for that. This was a really fun make. I made it to pattern. She has you put some interfacing or like batting in the bottom, and it helps hold the shape. I think if I were to make it again, I would have used something slightly more stable, but it's for my 3-year-olds, it doesn't matter. They like to whack me in the butt with this. I think that's all I have to say. Sketchy, check it out. Great pattern, fun. I think this would make a great like end of year teacher gift, or if you have a writer in your life. Oh, I do. Maybe I'll make him one. Yeah, it's very fun. All right, my next finished object is for a very cute baby that was just born. My friend's daughter, Callie. I unfortunately wasn't able to make it to her baby shower because my children were sick, and I need to just get this blocked and in the mail, but you know, the baby's new. I made a 6 to 12 month size, so it won't fit her for a long time. To be quite honest, this looks huge. I don't know. I haven't been around a 6-month in a while, but it looks big. So I think she'll get a lot of use out of this. It is the Flax Sweater by Tin Can Knits. I've made quite a few of these, and it's just a great pattern. It's a free pattern. Tin Can Knits just came out with an app, which is amazing. I think I've used it for 4 different garments now, and the thing that's really amazing about it is you go through before you start knitting, you select your size, you select, you know, do you want short or long sleeve? Do you want cropped or full length? Any like options that are in the pattern, and it generates a pattern for you that just has the numbers you're using, the inches, the stitches. It's amazing. I struggle with using patterns on my phone and having to find like the correct stitch count or the correct like inches when there's like 10 different sizes. It gets very hard for me, especially if you're like putting your project down for a week and coming back to it. You're like, oh, what size am I making? Me. This one, it just saves your project. It saves all of your specific needs. It's great. Highly recommend. So anyway, back to the sweater. This is for baby Callie Stew. So cute. And the yarn is Hobby Lobby, which I'm not a fan of, but was gifted this yarn by my friend Alexis. Thank you, Alexis, if you're watching. It is a cotton yarn, and it's really beautiful. I just love how it knit up. It's really nice. I hope it wears well. I won't be buying any more of it, but it's all good. Like I said, 6 to 12 month size. I didn't make any modifications. She's cute. She's real cute. All right, my next knit I'm really excited about. This was a test knit for Andrea Gone. It is the Aion Cowl. It is now out. Yes. Yes, I believe this pattern is out. Full color work. I haven't done color work in a little while. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. While I was knitting this, I almost frogged it like 100 times because my color work was so lumpy bumpy. And I really didn't know if blocking it was gonna change it. But it did. I mean, it's still like a little lumpy, but it also like totally looks fine. So I'm really happy I persisted. I used a mix of superwash DK scraps for this. I think I used like 1 or 2 full skeins, but there's some junk yarn in here, Ken yarn, Yarnaceous on the round, Frogate yarn. They're a new to me dyer that I found at Woolen Folk, and as you know, Woolen Folk was a nightmare, and I wanted to support some of the dyers, so I ordered some Frogate yarn after the fact. I think that's it. Hue Loco, and I think that's it. Yeah, Yarnaceous. So yeah, they're all superwash, same weight, DK, really soft, lovely. Feels lovely, and it wears like this. So you knit a tube, and then you graft the stitches, but you're knitting a 1/4 of a turn, so you like slip those stitches, or a 1/2 a turn, so it's twisted, and it looks super cute. It's like the exact perfect length for me. I wouldn't want it any tighter because I get really hot. and I wouldn't want it any looser because I don't like a cowl that's not, like, I don't like a floppy cowl, if that makes sense. So this is like perfect. I made the size medium. Like from what I saw, the size large I think would be fine for me too. But oh, look, lots of color. Super fun, very colorful. If I feel like making this again, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know that I have like the confidence to make it again. I think if I did make it again, I'd want to use a more rustic DK, a non-superwash that would like stick to itself a little more. But I think my friend Kendall would love this in like a mustard and a like more neutral, maybe a gray and a mustard, or a gray and a cream. So we'll see. I might make another. The pattern's great. No qualms there. No mods. I made the size medium, no mods. Yeah, so I like this. It's nice because I can wear scarves at work, but usually like a scarf or a shawl is like too much for me. So this is like perfect if I'm working on register, or like in the freezer or the dairy box. This is like the perfect little accessory for work. Okay, next up is a treat. I am in a Discord group with some friends that I met this year, and one of them, Rebecca, posted their project of the Curio Cowl by Lydia Morrow, and I had to cast it on immediately. Now, it was the first week of December. I had that test knit that I just showed you and 2 Christmas sweaters on my needles. Needless to say, the Christmas sweaters are yet to be completed because I had to knit this. So this is the Curio Cowl by Lydia Morrow. I'm actually gonna take my sweater off because I think it would just be too much. I'll tell you what I'm wearing a little later. I forgot to do that. Here we go. Why did I knit this? I don't know. Will I wear this? I don't know. Is it super cute? Yeah. Is it sparkly? Yeah. I made the larger size. There are like 2 neckband sizes, and I made the larger of the 2. Sorry, I just got something in my eye. That's obnoxious. I did a folded collar by accident because I was reading the wrong length, and then got to the part where I was supposed to start the ruffle and realized I had twice as long of a length as I needed for the collar. So I was like, oh shoot. So I just went and knit through the back stitches so that it's a folded collar. So I didn't do it the way the pattern says, but I did it. I love it. This is yarn that I got in my Rhinebeck house. At our Rhinebeck house, we all brought some yarn that we wanted to trade or swap and put it on a table, and you could just grab whatever you wanted. And my friend Kait brought this, and it's beautiful. I don't know why she would give this away. It kind of looks like unicorn barf, but you know, that's all good. The yarn is Yarn Experiments Shiny Monkey is the base, and the colorway is Sugar Skull. Very cool. The pattern does have an option for an additional ruffle and mohair. I didn't go that far. The true reason I wanted to knit this was to annoy my coworker. My coworker Tom hates my outfits. He's a great guy, but he is like this old school like metal punk rock guy, and he wears a black t-shirt, a black hoodie, black jeans, black like Doc Martens every day, and I will come in my, you know, colorful overalls with a bright green shirt underneath, and he's like, what are you wearing? On Halloween, it was my store, I work at Trader Joe's, it was our store's 15th anniversary, and for our anniversary, our manager gave us tie-dye t-shirts, and I was psyched, and Tom thought they were hideous and gave me his. So that is the pro. I get all of Tom's unwanted colorful t-shirts and sweatshirts. So I made this to annoy Tom. His reaction was chef's kiss. He called it hideous. He said he couldn't believe he had to look at me all day. He said this is the ugliest thing he's ever seen. So it all worked out. So I can't wait to wear it more at work and just annoy Tom and be a general weirdo. Leaning into that this year, just gonna be myself. And this is me. This is me. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this. It's fun. The ruffles, you know, you get up to hundreds of stitches, so it did take a lot of knitting. I knit it very fast for me. I just put everything else down and knit this. I don't know why. But that's that. All right, my last knitting FO I do not have with me. It was a sweater I knit for my best friend's 40th birthday, for a birthday present. And she has it. It's a love note by Tin Can Knits. She has it. It is too short. So she's coming up this weekend. So she's gonna bring it and I'll add some length to it. I have plenty of yarn left, it's all good. I will say about that pattern, I love the love note. This is the second one I've knit. It was like instant love for me. I'm not a lace person. I didn't think I loved knitting it. I didn't think it was my style, but I knit my love note and I loved the lace. It was very like memorizable, very calming, and I love the finished object. So I guess I am a lace person. Who knew? I made her the size small. I did modify the neckband. The pattern has you do a provisional cast on and do the neckband at the end. I did not do that. I did, however, add stitches because I find the neckband, if you knit to the pattern, is very tight to the like precipice of like not being able to get it over your head. So highly recommend maybe like doing some math before you do that neckband. Make sure it's gonna fit over your head. Yeah, so I will lengthen that. Again, they give you two options, a cropped and a full length. I knit to the full length and it is like way cropped. So I'll add probably like 4 or 5 inches to it to get it to somewhere she likes. I think I'll have her bring a sweater that she likes the length of and we can go from there. I'll put a picture of it here. And that's my last knit FO. I did make, oh, before I go on, the yarns for Danny's sweater. I used the Fibre Co Cirro in Graceful. This is like a totally new to me yarn. I was looking for something that was more budget friendly. I had bought the other yarn at Rhinebeck and it was a little spendy. It's beautiful. I'm happy I bought it, but I didn't want to make her like a $200 sweater. So I bought this from Webs, yarn.com, and it is a sport weight. The fiber content is 40% alpaca, 40% cotton, and 20% wool. So it, you know, it's a little different. I like the cotton in there. It just makes a nice core. The alpaca is really soft. The sweater in, you know, the finished object feels like a cloud. It's beautiful. The other yarn I used, like I said, I got at Rhinebeck. It is Miss Babs Yet in Sugar. It is a lace weight. And I don't have it with me, but I think there's some silk and merino. I think it's a silk and merino. Sorry if I'm wrong. I love Miss Fab's yarn. I was happy to go to their booth. That's all I bought, but I think next year I'll maybe get a little DK baby because she makes like the big Yowza DK, like big skeins, and they're great for garments. So I digress. I did some sewing. Yay. I did not do much sewing this year. I'm really, or 2023, I really would like to utilize my sewing machine a lot more this year. I have so much fabric for garments that all picked out, ready to go. I've bought the patterns, I have the fabric washed. I just need to dedicate time. It's hard for me, my work schedule, I work early, so it makes it so I'm either coming off a work day and I'm too tired to stay up, or I need to go to bed early. Otherwise, my children do not let me sew. We're not there yet. Another year and a half, 2 years, I'll be able to sneak into the sewing room while they're playing. But right now they're 3.5. I need to be around. So I can't sew in the day, and I'm usually too tired or going to bed to sew at night. But I did have a little burst of sewing inspiration before the holidays, and I made some holiday project bags. To be quite honest, my best friend who had the birthday, Danne, she had her 40th birthday party, and I didn't have any money, and I needed to make some money to bring so I could enjoy myself at her birthday. We went to a winery, we went out for dinner, we went out for brunch. I needed to have a little cash money. So I made some project bags and sold 3 of them on Instagram, which was so nice. Thank you if you bought one of my project bags. It means a lot. So I was getting ready and going through my Christmas fabric, holiday fabric. I'll say Christmas because, let's be honest, I don't have any like true non-denominational Christmas fabric. I am gonna work on that this year. I would like to get more like winter fabric. I would really like to find some nice Hanukkah fabric. I had ordered one to make my friend Jen a bag. She was one of my Rhinebeck roommates, and I made bags for my Rhinebeck roommates. And the quality just sucked. I washed it, it was all like linty. And I said, no, I'm not using this. So I would like to get more fabric for the non-Christmas celebrating folk. Hold me to that. So I was going through my Christmas fabric stash, and I found a whole quilt top's worth of blocks that were already made, and half of them had a note on them: fix these. I don't know what that means. I probably started this quilt 10 years ago. I know it's when me and my partner were living in an apartment. Maybe more than 10 years ago, because we've been in houses for just about 10 years now. So again, no idea what fix me means. So I said, I'm gonna take those Fix Me blocks and I'm gonna make them into project bags. And I did, and they came out super cute. I just used some chambray fabric for the back, and some quilting fabric inside. And I still have these leather scraps from when I worked for a rug weaver. So I used those for the ties. They take it, like, you can do it a few times before it really gets going. There we go. They're like almost sparkly leather, and they're beautiful. I have some like mauve and some brown in my stash, so I plan to make more bags this year, and just randomly throw them up on my Instagram. If you are interested in a project bag, holler at me. I'll make you one. I have so much fabric. We can talk. This size I called like a sock plus bag. It could probably fit two sock projects, or like a hat, or like a really small scarf shawl project. yeah, I just think they're cute. I'll try to put a picture here of some of the other ones. Sorry about that face. Yeah, so that's my FOs. I'm back. Sorry, I had to pick the kids up from school, so it's a new day. It was Wednesday, now it's Friday. Before I get going too far, I will tell you what I was wearing on the last part of this episode. I was wearing my Penguono by Stephen West. I knit this quite a few years ago. I wanted to tell you which year and I forgot to look, so I'll drop it down here. I knit this out of, this was an early make for me. This was some stash, some scrap. She's really fun. She's really colorful. I would love to make one again that is a little more, I mean, neutral for me. You know what neutral for me is like. It's still wacky, but maybe do like all darks, dark colors. I think would be really fun. But yeah, I like this. I wear it from time to time when I need a little pop of color or a little sweater hug. And today I'm wearing the Fingering Brioche Bandana Cowl by Lavanya Patricella. She is an amazing knitwear designer. Please go check her out if you aren't familiar with her. Her Instagram handle is just Lavanya Patricella. She has posted some really beautiful, deep, honest posts about what's been going on in her life lately. So, which there's been a lot of loss and a lot of grief and some postpartum depression, which, as you may know, I am familiar with. So I did go ahead and buy a few of her patterns. I hope to knit some of her patterns this year. Again, she is just like one of the brioche queens out there, and her patterns are delightful. Yeah, so that's what I have been wearing over the last few days. Up next, we're gonna talk about my whips. I only have 4 like active whips right now. I did count for like, you know, January, beginning of the year inventory. I have 25 active whips right now, and I'm gonna put a dent in that. I think I'm gonna frog a few. I pulled out 4 like long-term whips to finish up this month for Juliana, who Pearlback Knit Forward, has a make-along going on, the Whip Down, and the hashtag for that is WhipDownJan24. I don't remember if she does it all year or if she just does it in January, but my goal is to finish a scarf, 2 knit bears that I started for my sons before they were born, and a vest that I had started in December 2021 with my stash vent advent. I pulled those 3 out, and after looking at it a little bit, I think I'm going to frog the vest because it is actually very neutral, like real neutral. And I really don't know what I would wear it with. So I think I may frog it and do something else with that yarn. There's a lot of nice yarn in it, but I had paired it with 1 strand of white fingering to get like a DK weight. And yeah, it's just very like subdued, there's a lot of like beige and orange and like reds in it. So it's just not really speaking to me. It's not my colors, which, as you can see, I like color. Yeah, so onward with whips. Another project that I kind of forgot to take into consideration that I have to finish this month, actually have to finish like within 2 weeks, is the love notes that I started for my nieces for Christmas presents. I was like so on track with these bad boys, and then, like I said earlier, I got sidetracked by the Curio cowl, and I just had to make that, and it took me about 2 weeks, and that has put me back about 2 weeks on these. I am finished with everything except for the sleeves. They cute. I think they're a little short. I should have added more length. So this one is a size extra small. It's for my almost 12-year-old niece. And I added an inch, I think an inch, and I think it's still gonna be too short, so I'm just gonna gift them, and if they are too short, if they don't want a crop sweater, I will add length. I'll have plenty of yarn. So again, this is a size extra small. Aside from adding length, so far the only mod I did was I did not do a provisional cast on as the pattern says. I just cast on stitches and knit down. I did cast on more stitches than the pattern calls to have in the rib neckline, because if not, it would not have fit over her head. Yeah, so watch out if you make these. Lovely pattern. Really, you don't need any mods except adding stitches to the neckline. I'm gonna do the sleeves as the pattern recommends. It's kind of like a 3/4, it's between like a bracelet and a 3/4 sleeve, and it has you do a rapid decrease. So does it have you? Yeah, it has you do a rib. So the rib is like tight around your arm, and then it like balloons out a little bit. I think it's really beautiful. I love mine. My friend Danne, who I gifted one to, she likes the sleeves on hers a lot. Yep. These are made in Fibre Co Remix Light that I bought at Skein Yarn Shop. If you're interested, you can find their website and purchase online. This is the colorway Birch. This is for Olivia, and this is for Ella. I do have yarn attached. This is for Ella, and this is the colorway Periwinkle, same yarn. Yeah, like this looks really short, so we'll have to see. This is the size 6 to 8 years. She is 7, and this will, you know, I went off their bust measurements, so this should fit her perfectly, but yeah, it looks really short. I had started on the sleeve and had to just pull my needles. I was working with maybe like 20-inch needle, circular needle, and it was just really like not pleasant working in that with that size needle. So I bought some DPNs, and I'm gonna restart this sleeve. But yeah, I'm on Sleeve Island. I gotta get off the island. But these are so cute. The reason I went with this yarn, I have knit 4 garments in it. I love it for myself, but the reason I went with this instead of doing the recommended like fingering and mohair is I wanted something that was machine washable for them. The yarn recommends machine washing and hand drying, I believe, drying out of the machine, whatever that's called. So that's that whip. My next whip, I'm really excited about. I was gifted this beautiful yarn for Christmas from my sons, Lorenzo and Max. This is a new to me yarn that I picked out from webs, yarn.com, and it is Prairie Spun DK from Brown Sheep Company in the color Anaheim Pepper. It is a non-superwash wool, which is what I was looking for this project. And I love this color. It is so pretty. It is something that I really don't have in my wardrobe. I have very few single color sweaters that I have made. I don't even know if I've made a single one. I think this will be my first. The only one I can think of, which I unfortunately had to gift because it didn't fit me anymore, was like 2 yarns held together, like marled. So anyway, this is the Stick Season by Rebecca Clow, the Crayabea, and I am a huge fan of Noah Kahan, who this pattern was named after his song Stick Season. And when I saw the pattern, I knew I had to knit it immediately. It was still in testing, I believe, but I love the pattern. It's just a beautiful, simple texture on like the yoke, and then just stockinette stitch for the body and the sleeves. This is as far as I've got. This was my New Year's Day cast on, and that was fun, but I had to back burner this because I really had no business casting it on. I want to get some whips done, and I need to get these sweaters done for the girls. So this will continue on probably in February, maybe a little bit here or there, but I was just excited to get it casted on New Year's Day because, you know, why not? I am making the size 4, which is a 44.5-inch bust. I just watched Rebecca's latest podcast about her like favorite sweaters makes, and it is the same ease that she had in her sweaters. She said she had like 10 centimeters, and I did the math, and that's about 4 inches. So I really liked how they fell on her. So I'm hoping that this works out, although I didn't swatch. So for all I know, this could end up really tight and I will cry a lot. But I don't really like swatching. I don't want to do it. So I don't, unless I'm doing a test knit, or that's about it. You know, I'm familiar with using a DK weight on this size needle, so I think it'll all go good. My last whip is a gift knit. This is a scarf, the Mistake Rib scarf from Pearl Soho. I've never done the Mistake Rib before, and it's pretty fun and easy and memorizable, so that's great. This is going to be a scarf for my coworker Steven, who is my work husband, and I love him, and he's unfortunately out of work right now, so even more of a good reason to give him a little gift. This yarn was gifted to me by another coworker, Alexis, and Steven saw the yarn and he's like, ooh, I like that. So yeah, so we're gonna make him a scarf. It's gonna be great. I am so close to finish. I brought this to knit night last night and zoomed away on it. I'm on the last ball, so I could probably finish this today. Yeah, I will finish this today because my boys are in school. After I record, I'll probably have like another hour and a half to just sit and knit, and then I usually get some knitting time in like while they're playing. So I'll finish this today. And again, this is part of the, I'm entering this in the Whip Down January 24 challenge by Juliana. Sorry, my husband's squeaking the door over there. Just kidding. I don't remember what this yarn is. I think it's like a big box store yarn, like a Joann's or Michael's yarn. It's acrylic, which I don't like love knitting with, but I'm excited for this to be done. I do like the pattern on it. I think it's really pretty. I think it would have been, if I hadn't used it for this, I probably would have made sweaters for the boys because I think it would have like knit up really cute, like in a little sweater. I think that's all I have to say about that. Again, thank you, Alexis, for the yarn. Alexis is so cute. I had posted online on Instagram about like looking for some worsted weight scrap yarn, and I went into the break room at work the next day, and there was, you know, those like big IKEA bags that you can literally fit 2 toddlers in, because I've done it before. She had one of those full of yarn. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is a little bit more than I was looking for. So I kept a good amount for myself. I gifted some to my niece, who is a little crochet fiend, and I gifted some to my mom. I think she's gonna make the boys' sweaters out of some of the yarn that was in there, which is great, because I haven't made the boys' sweaters in a long time. We'll get to that. Yeah, so thank you, Alexis. You're a doll. She's also a doll maker, a doll and a doll maker. And yeah, so those are my whips that I'm focusing on right now. And oh, I should have showed you the bears. I will show the bears in the next episode. Maybe they'll be done. What? That would be cool. So that's all I got for whips. As far as like future dreams go, future knitting dreams, making dreams, I think I might do a separate video about that. Do a video about like my plans for 2024, because I have a long list of garments that I would like to make, sweaters. I am going to try to be really good about using my sweater quantities this year. I want to use more stash yarn than I used last year, and I want to buy less than I bought last year. I say this, and I literally bought yarn on January 1st. It was Sam, Peachy Breeze Fibers. She has a club that is all about the seasons, and I was like, well, these look beautiful, and I have to buy January because it's my birthday month. So I did buy that for my birthday present to myself. Hopefully I'll have it and can show you the next time I film. I will probably just make like a just like a single skein, just shawl or scarf out of it. I also bought a skein of, before the 1st, so it doesn't count, of Kindred Red yarn that I've been following her for a long time, and I've never knit with her yarn, so I'm like really excited to get that. So I'll hopefully have that by the next time I podcast as well, and I'll show you that. I think I'm gonna go take a nap while my boys are in school. I'm gonna do a little knitting and a little sleeping. Doesn't that sound delightful? Yes. They had 2 weeks off of school for winter vacation, so they just went back on Wednesday, and it has really been nice. I love them, but it was a lot. It was a lot. Just a lot of time. They have really been all over me lately. When they're home with their dad, they let him do chores and do laundry and read. And when they're home with me, they just are all up in my business. So, yeah, so it's been nice having them back to school. I think that's all I've got today. So I do plan to be a little more regular with filming. Again, now that the boys are back to school, hopefully they will stay well and healthy, and I will be able to film more regularly. I would like to start with the plan of putting out a video once a month, and maybe having some other like little things in between. Like I said, like maybe do a what I plan to make in 2024 video. That would be great. So I hope to see you guys soon. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them below. I'd love to hear from you. I'm so excited that you sat with me and maybe knit or sewed or crocheted or did whatever you did today, had a nice cup of tea or coffee. And yeah, I'm just grateful that you're here. So thank you, and I will see you soon. Bye.